Alright guys, welcome back. It's LSP. It's the 6th of March 2018. It's currently 9:05 in the evening, GMT time. And I just want to quickly go over gold, as I said on the Twitter feed. I'm going to be doing a kind of breakdown on gold. It's not going to be too long, but I'll try and keep it short and brief and concise and to the point. But basically, I was eyeing up 1375 around about here. And I posted some shit and I did it in a video and whatever, right? And I genuinely thought that on this push up, we had this nice gap and I thought this was going to be a little breakaway gap, and then the next couple of weeks after this candle right here, we were going to get a punch up through 1375 and then maybe a little bit of rejection. And then it really didn't matter after that because I was trying to get in it somewhere in here on a pullback. But the way that it was kind of moving around, it was forming, the dollar was doing its thing, I just didn't like it, to be honest. So I kind of just left it at that. I didn't really say anything, I didn't really go over it much more until recently. I've been watching it every day. I sit down, I look at it every day. And last couple of days, it's caught my attention, and this hasn't changed for me. The 1375, and I think once we get through 1375, I reckon the month has taken over. We've had a nice start to the month. We broke the previous month's low on this candle, and we've had some nice push up. And I think once we get through 1375, which is this weekly high, which this monthly high, weekly high, whatever, it's the same one. Then I think we're going to be reaching up potentially to 1433, but I'm not committing to this just yet. I want to see how it gets through there first. If the dollar continues its weakness, then I think we're in good shape. But for now, 1375 is my initial target. And if we drop down to the daily, I'll show you why. We had this low that was formed here, and then these lows, this low, and it was all spiked through on this one candle right here. I'll just zoom in one more. You can see that candle right there basically just cleared out everything. So if there's any stops under here, if there's any liquidity under here, you can look at it in so many different ways. Okay, you can say there's stops under here. You can say there's liquidity resting under here. You can say this candle was all black or all down candle at one point, and a lot of traders would have gone short here, thinking it was going to be a breakout, and it ends up being a false breakout. There's a lot of different ways, and I'm not even going to go into the semantics about who's right, who's wrong. It really doesn't matter. What matters is the interpretation of what you're seeing. And for me, and it's not just it's a doji and I'm going long. We've had this nice push up. Okay, so for me, the way that I look at things is there was a bunch of liquidity, or a bunch of stops under here, and it's all been taken out on this one candle, and we had really nice rejection, right? So effectively, they're trapping traders short. That's how I see it. Okay, and if we drop down to a 4-hour chart, you can kind of flesh it out a little bit more. It came down here, so we've had this really nice push down. Small sort of rally. Lots of traders getting short. It goes. People adding to their positions on this on the break of these lows. People getting short for, to fresh positions on these break of these lows. And then look at this one candle right there. Bang. Yeah. So people get short. People are already short. Immediately, the next 4-hour candle just rips to the upside. This. Okay, for me, that was the first indication, all right, that we may potentially be reaching for the 1341 swing high, and then potentially going, if we get through that convincingly, then I think we're going for the 1375, because that's speed. Think about what's actually happening. And again, this is just my interpretation, but you've got all these lows down here. You've got plenty of people that are short, more fresh shorts here, and then bang. Okay, that one candle right there shows that there's a lot of traders that are basically trapped short right now. And the more people that are trapped on one side of the market when it's going the other way, okay, the more inclined I am to take the opposite trade, basically. And you can kind of see it in the charts. Obviously I don't want people to lose money, but that's just the nature of this business. And I know there's traders that are short right now, and they may have their stops up here. They may be holding for a longer term play. And look what it's doing. We've had this nice move down here, very small consolidation. It comes out of the consolidation, breaks the lows, immediate reversal, breaks the high. Okay, so if anybody went short here, they've just been stopped out. Had this other pullback into the consolidation. You can say it was resistance, turn support, blah blah blah. Again, I like to see the flow the way that I look at it. It's just the way that I see the marketplace. But for me, we'll just call it support, but it's just market flow basically. And it comes down, and it had a really nice push up today. okay, reaching for this swing high. Now, you don't have to be a genius to kind of see that it wants to go up there. It's almost obvious that it's going for the 1341. So for me now, I'm going to be looking for an opportunity to get into gold. And I think just looking at this chart, anywhere between sort of 1325 to 1330, all right, 5-handle range. All right, so that's 1325 to 1330. Within that range, that's what I'm going to be looking for, and it's probably going to be just looking at this. I think probably 1327ish is going to be a nice opportunity to get in. But I'll drop down to a lower time frame and look for what I normally look for to get long. If I drop down to an hourly, excuse me, we could. I can't imagine. I've seen it do it, but I wouldn't really want to see something as low as that. And then a push higher. I prefer maybe something like this, not as low. Let me just resize that. Okay, one sec, yeah. Maybe somewhere around here, which puts us sort of 1329 to around about 1327. I suppose, yeah. 1328 to 1327, yeah, maybe. Got consolidation here. We've got a swing high here. It may come down and retest this small area here, which would be 1327.70. Give it to me. Obviously, like it's 1327 basically. 1328 to 1327 for a potential. Long, but again, I just want to but I just want to say that obviously these are just my thoughts, just a breakdown that I'm doing, for me personally, and this is going to be a challenge account trade and a main account trade. This is something that I'm definitely going to be taking on my my main account if it lines up the way I want it to. But it's just for me, this is obviously for educational purposes. I want to just show what I see. And it's not trade advice. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not telling you to get into live trades or anything like that. It's just my own personal view on what gold is doing, and I think it's ready. I really do think it's ready. And if we do get some continuation on the dollar, if you look at the weekly chart, you can see last week's candle kind of spiked up, took out all the highs of the previous weeks. Rejected, and now we're getting a little bit of follow through this week. So. Obviously, we've got non-farm payroll. We could very well end up here, or we could very well end up down here. We're obviously going to get some whipsaw in, but the first initial direction, on non-farm, for me personally, is generally the wrong one, and then the direction it ends up going in is the second move. So, for example, we may spike up here again to take out these highs, and reach into this previous support area, which is now resistance. I guess you can look at it like that, and then continue to the downside. But I'm still bearish on dollar. I think this was just a short-term bounce, and I think if we take out 89.40, then we're going to be challenging these lows. But again, we're going to see. But the main thing for me is gold, and I'm definitely looking for an opportunity to get into this. Based on everything that I've already gone through. All right, guys. So I'll keep you abreast of everything. If I see something sort of shape up, I'll try and get it out there as soon as I possibly can. If anybody wants to, to keep a track of that. And in the meantime, we'll leave it as it is, and then I'll take it as it comes. And again, just as a reminder, it is non-farm payroll this week, which obviously affects everything. It doesn't just affect the dollar. It doesn't just affect the euro. It affects everything. So just bear that in mind. And just obviously it's gold, so gold can move, really move. So we've got to be a bit careful on gold. All right, guys. So that's me, and I'll keep you updated, and I'll see you probably in the next review video. So have a great evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and I will speak to you then. Take care.